I've briefly covered some of the more popular playing character races in the Dragonlance campaign setting, but we aren't done quite yet. Welcome to another DragonLance Saga episode. My name is Adam, and today we're going to talk about some more races of Krynn. I'd like to take a moment and thank my collaborator patrons, the Heroes of the Lance, and invite you to consider becoming a patron or member of this channel by visiting the links in the description below. You can even pick up Dragonlance gaming materials using my affiliate link. I am referencing the Races of Krynn Dungeons & Dragons 3rd Edition supplement by Sovereign Press for this information. Krynn and its continents are home to all manner of races. Some are more suitable to player characters than others, and some even straddle the line between creatures and races. What I'm presenting today are some races that can easily be considered creatures, but due to the rich history of Krynn, can be used as player characters in a creative campaign. By now, we're all familiar with the story of the Graystone of Gargath and its effects on the original races of Krynn, so I won't go over the story again, only to say that the following races owe their origins to the chaos spread by the gem and its many sojourns across Krynn. Ithin'carthians were introduced to Ansalon by Lord Ariakan prior to the Summer of Chaos. They are humans, though separate and distinct from the civilized and nomadic humans on the rest of Krynn. Separated from the world on their isolated island, Ithin'carthians consist of 3 separate racial offshoots. The Tarmak, with their thick beards averaging 6 feet high and 200 pounds. They have pointed ears, though all Ithin'carthians have pointed ears as well. Damjat are the second offshoot, who have the least pronounced ears. They do not favor facial hair, and they are shorter than their Tarmak cousins. The Damjat are legendary for their horsemanship, but have been subjugated by the Tarmak. The third offshoot is the Keena. They are more slender than the Tarmak, composed of sorcerer priests. They are the religious caste of the Tarmak. Both the Damjat and Keena have their heads shaved to reflect their diminished social status. In the 5th Age, the Ithin'carthians have spread from their island to the eastern beachheads of Ansalon, even conquering into the eastern plains of dust. We've covered a few of the parent races of the following racial offsuits. However, because they are different enough from their fellows, I believe they deserve a brief introduction here. Wild Gnomes are the first of the 3. The race of gnomes are composed of tinkers and mad or thinker gnomes, but wild gnomes, though small in number, are varied enough to discuss as well. Founded by Pickett in the Great Moors of Nordmar, wild gnomes excel at biological tinkering, producing a variety of strange and wonderful plants and even creatures. They average 4 feet in height, featuring dark skin covered in paints, oils, and poultices, and have bright blue eyes. They have naturally white hair, typically kept in dreadlocks or braids. They're not as wild as they are unconcerned with the rest of civilization. They are obsessed with organics, and as such, don't have much respect for personal space or privacy living in a communal society. Thoradorian Minotaurs is the second racial variant I'd like to present. They were cast off from other Minotaur societies before the Cataclysm due to their degeneration. Why they were degenerating is yet unknown. Speculation suggests inbreeding. Another legend says that an ancestor betrayed an emperor who exiled the entire clan. Sargas then cursed them. They dwell in a southwestern area of Mythas known as Thorador. Generally, they look the same as other Bloodsea Minotaurs, only more bestial, with harder animalistic features. Their stature is hunched over, and they feature hooved feet rather than their toed feet cousins. They typically wear leather kilts or loincloths, with the females decorating their horns with the symbols of the gods. Their outlook is similarly bestial, allowing their base emotions to influence their decisions. Their society is split between warriors and kagas, or spiritual leaders. This split follows down gender lines. They're also split between 5 different tribes. With the third and last of the racial offshoots, I'd like to highlight the Wendle Centaurs. They are nomads who prefer intellectual and philosophical pursuits. Smaller than their cousins, Wendle Centaurs are the size of a war pony, though generally slightly taller at 5 feet tall and much heavier at 800 pounds. They feature bony plates and spurs which extend from their rib cages and joints, highlighting a more primitive appearance. They are known to decorate their plates and spurs as well. They originated in the Wendle Woods in southern Goodland in the Age of Might. It was because of Kender interaction that they began their semi-nomadic lifestyle. They live in tribes and have a robust and surprisingly accurate oral history. They are Spartan and celebrate knowledge well over possessions. They are also reclusive and distrustful. They can typically be found in the wooded areas of Blud and southern Nordmar. Goblins have been marginalized by the other races of Krynn. Hell, even stray dogs in Kender are treated better. Legend claims that they're either the result of the wandering Grey Gem or the result of a high ogre breeding project between smaller ogres and captured elves to create a slave race. They sprang from the ogre areas of Taman Busuk, Karolais, and Bluten. Their larger kind evolved into hobgoblins and bugbears after 3 or 4 generations. All goblins feature more or less the same physical traits, flat-faced, bandy-legged, and odoriferous. They have squashed noses, sunken eyes, and wide, toothy mouths. They have a tendency to violence and recklessness. Their females are pushed to breeding and magic. Goblins, the short variation of the lot, make up 70% of the total population. Goblins are never taller than 3.5 feet and weigh around 45 pounds. They don themselves with hides and even feature tattoos. Bugbears are the largest and wiliest of their cousins. They are larger and muscular at 7 feet tall. They're covered in coarse fur. They're known for their aggressiveness and find themselves as the Mirza, or leaders, over goblins in tribes. Hobgoblins are more disciplined and organized than their cousins. They're often brawny and militaristic. They're sized as most human males, though much stronger. They're fast and capable of enduring pain. They typically prefer leather or chain armor and swords and axes in combat. The Kyrie are an avian race, believed to be descended from bird-loving humans who were touched by the Grey Gem and embraced by Chislev. They feature a human torso and head with feathers for hair. Their body looks much like a hawk. They are taller than humans and usually weigh around 90 pounds, living approximately 120 years. They live in coastal settlements in semi-nomadic style. They dwell in large caves or nests. They navigated the oceans with the North Stone, which was stolen by Minotaurs, and now tend to stay around Ansalon's islands. Phaethons are a reclusive mountain-dwelling species. They physically resemble half-elves with ruddy and weathered skin. They are able to manifest wings of flame. Legend claims it's the result of a Kaganesty elf who was the son of Habakkuk, who fled Sylvanesty in the Kinslayer Wars and settled in the Kalkist Mountains. They dress simply and believe in honesty above all else. They are isolationists and do not enjoy the company of outsiders. Thanoi are the walrus people of Ice Reach. They are savage and bloodthirsty, spreading beyond the Ice Reach tribes in the 5th Age. They stand 8 feet, though their posture is crouched over. They have 2-foot-long tusks, clawed hands and feet, and thick blubbery hide. They may wear belts and use crude weapons. Thanoi live in nomadic tribes that follow migrating fish and wild game. Their females may become Kagogs, or medicine givers, but they are not religious in general. And finally, the Ursoi. These bear folk usually dwell in Karain, until the War of the Lance, where they were ousted and driven to Icewall. They look much like polar bears, who may wear sparse clothing and even use tools. They have fingers rather than paws and feature striped or patterned fur. They can reach 10 feet tall and weigh over 800 pounds. They live in nomadic clans which are driven by the cycle of travel by their food. They're very loyal, and honor battle. And that is all the time I have to talk about some more races of Krynn. Do you think some of these creatures fit in as playing character races? Have you ever played a creature in a campaign? And finally, are there any other races that you would like to learn more about? Leave a comment below. I am able to create these weekly videos because of your attention and support. If you're not already a patron or member of this YouTube channel, I'd like to invite you to consider becoming one. If you'd like to pick up any edition of Dragonlance Gaming materials, feel free to use my affiliate link in the description. Thank you again for your time and attention. This channel is all about celebrating the wonderful world of the Dragonlance Saga, and I hope you'll join me in the celebration. Thank you for watching. This has been Adam with Dragonlance Saga, and until next time, remember, he lost the damn gem in a game of bones!